space, calligraphy, color, poetry, childhood memories. It all began in the winter of 1982 with Professor Jimmy Cummings about the possibility of a lifetime research on Chinese calligraphy and color. Then I was awarded a scholarship to spend 1 month in Florence, Italy, by Edinburgh College of Art. In January of 1982, upon returning to the college, I had pondered about the possibility of incorporating a third element, poetry, into my research. A year later, with these 3 elements in mind, I carried on my research in Italy at the Accademia di Belle Arti di Firenze, Florence, founded on the suggestion of Michelangelo. The air of creativity provided by Florence became the poetic force behind the research. I wrote poems before embarking on a new canvas. The large-scale works were atmospheric, not Leonardo da Vinci-like, but changed from physical impasto of Monet to the stained process of Frankenthaler. Watercolor way of manipulating the paint seemed to have closer affinity to the changing mood in the poems. Breathing exercises came naturally in order to carry the unhesitant force necessary in order that the single brushstroke is loaded with the purest expression, an Oriental concept of non-action. Action, therefore, was best put forward when non-action is achieved. The non-action is the pure breath. In year 2000, I was invited to do a 1-month residency in Villa Romana, Florence, founded by Max Klinger. I painted a series of works with blindfolded approach. I only opened my eyes when I had to mix colors. The forms were Chinese characters conceived at heart and were painted without seeing how the forms grew. Only pure breath was the guide. The work was the beginning of a series where layering of paint was replaced by layering of canvases. The top layer was the poem by Li Qingzhao from Song Dynasty. The second and third layer underneath were the translated versions in Italian and German. The second part of the poem was completed in Canada when I was teaching at the White Mountain Academy of Fine Arts, where native culture was part of the program. So the big panels were stretched with more layers, Ojibwe, English, and French versions of the Chinese poem. A performance was necessary in order the piece be completed, so these large-scale painted poems were all performed by myself, reciting the Chinese part, as well as the spectators who were happy to participate together. Interaction between myself, the work, and the spectators became one piece of work. It's like the large glass of Duchamp turned intuitive, no longer intellectual but Zen-like. Indeed, it was Zen and Marcel Duchamp, a possible relationship that I wrote in 1989, rewritten in 2016, that became another element to accompany the lifelong research on Chinese calligraphy and color, began in 1983. An East-West Cultural Association, co-founded by me in Florence, further assisted me in realizing the necessity of sharing my Oriental approach with the participants who came to do Zen workshops with me. In 2005, I moved my studio to Rome. The big garden allowed me to be a bit closer to nature. Installations of works were inspired by the garden, where I planted some bamboo, making the garden more Oriental in order that the ancient painted poems could breathe in freer spirit. The Duchamp spirit at one point did not encourage me to proceed with the poetic approach experimented earlier on. After some time, I went back to observational approach, drawing. The bamboo planted in my garden left beautiful shadows all over at certain time of the day. Such poetic seeing reminded me of the origin of bamboo painting, discovered by Lady White of the 10th century. So the joy of drawing and painting, which I enjoyed so much in Britain, especially during my year as a visiting student in Scotland, 1980-81, came back. Like a little child, I became alive again. With this spirit, I went back to the past and pretended to be a child painting some watercolors, and even with worn-out brushes. Forget-Me-Not was an album born at that period. Pretending to be a teenager and painted like one was another experiment. So, what is fashion? Came back. It was also an inner interrogation of my experience as a foreign correspondent from Italy all these years. Art and Fashion was a series of articles I wrote in 1996-97. The exclusive interviews with the top fashion designers in Italy allowed me to raise questions on art, on daily life, on trivial issues, or on minor art. It was a way of revisiting my parts in order to feel alive. A series of works painted on ceramic tiles, hypothesis notebooks, pays homage to Edinburgh College of Art in 2015. Is about doing the Chinese ancient characters without an intellectual approach. The questioning of inner understanding of someone who knows the characters all her life comes out intuitively. Putting the baggage of accumulated knowledge aside and see the pictograms afresh in a new light. So 4 self-published volumes of catalogues, hypothesis workbook came about during those years. After this period, the purchasing of an iPad allowed me to see some old Hong Kong films. So the first iPad drawings based on Hong Kong films came into being. This project became a departure point of the intensive short course I did at the Royal College of Art in 2016. Titled Now I Remember was a work I did at the exhibition at the gallery there. The group show lasted 2 hours like a film. In the summer of 2018, I moved back to Hong Kong to continue this parallel project, Hong Kong Films and My Childhood Memories. The lifelong project on Chinese calligraphy and color continues, but it's also the Now I Remember project that allows me to go back to the pure joy of doing drawing and painting, or just to be myself as youthful and fresh again in order to make my Duchamp shadow breathing with the purest Zen spirit of inaction. The latest works turned digital is a way to pay homage to my favorite artist, David Hockney, who inspired me to go back to seeing again. Seeing with an external eye, an inner eye, an eye that weaves with space, a space which breathes in and out, in color, in white, ever-changing, like the various points of vision in a film, or like any Oriental poetic calligraphic lines, infused with universal energy. The next project, therefore, is to animate the inner space spiritually. Living one's life like in a film is the possible theme of such project. Drunk on White, a poem written by me in 1984. Drunk on white, they say. The drunkest love lie not in wine, but in mountains and waters, in waters and mountains, in empty space, in colors, intertwined among lines of thousands. Among the lines, a dream is woven, a dream is broken, a dream is born. White clouds, colored clouds, in white colors, in colors white, drunk, finally drunk, in white.